How's it going? Another HelloLife moment that could change your life. I'm Barnaby. This is Dr. Jeffrey Chamberlain, who is a family medicine specialist. You know, Doc, I just ran a 10K race, and sadly, someone who was running a little bit longer of a race, a 25K, dropped dead in the middle of the race, and the immediate assumption is probably a heart attack, though the person was fit. Now, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but you know, how is it possible that people that are fit can have heart attacks? There has to be all sorts of other risk factors out there.
Yeah. Well, there's several risk factors for someone having a heart attack, and I like to break them up into two different categories: things that we can do something about, and things that are risk factors but we really can't control. The things we can't control is we can't help it if we have a family history of someone having heart disease in our family. The older we get, the more likely we are to have a heart attack. We really can't control that. Men are more likely to have it than women, although women getting heart attacks are on the rise. We can't control for a man or a woman.
Now, why is it that the women are ascending into this most horrible rank?
Yeah, there's a lot of theories out there. A couple are that women have a lot more stress in their life than they used to be, that high-stress business environment or work environment. All of us have been having a worse diet nowadays than they did back in the 1950s, and so the fact that we're all kind of getting worse together, I think that's a major factor also.
Yeah, we're gunking up our systems.
Yeah.
And so for that, let's get back to the hereditary side of things, the family history. If you know that there's a history of heart disease in the family, can you make an assumption that you are at great risk of repeating that behavior?
Yeah. If there's a family history of people dying at a young age in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, of a heart attack, it's something to take pretty seriously, and take seriously even at a relatively young age. Someone in their early 20s should get their cholesterol checked and kind of get things checked out if they have a family history of early heart disease, because it's something where making changes then can make a big difference in the future. And
what is the usual age of onset for heart disease if it's hereditary?
Yeah. So most people with heart attacks, kind of the late 40s is when they start out, in the 50s and 60s and so on. The chances of getting one really increase as time goes on. People having a heart attack before their late 40s is pretty rare unless there's something else going on, either a really strong family history or some sort of defect in the heart that's causing problems.
Now, as a doctor, you probably have a lot of resistance when you start talking about people's hearts, where you give them the bad news, you know, based on what I've been told by you about your family history. You've got a history of it. Now you have to start modifying your weight, your exercise, your eating. You have to do all these things. They probably go, oh, come on. It's a lot of work for people, but the consequence is awful if they don't.
Exactly. There's things that we can change to reduce our risk of having a heart attack. Those are being at a healthy weight, exercising on a regular basis, not smoking is a huge thing, and then blood pressure, making sure our blood pressure is under control, and then having our cholesterol under control are the major 5 things that we can do to really help out and reduce the chance of having a heart attack. Well,
pretty simple if you just follow them with the A, B, C, D, E, F's right there. 5 different things. We're going to break them down for you and give you a primer on each one in ensuing video segments here on HelloLife.net. So thanks again for joining us, Dr. Jeffrey Chamberlain. And we invite you to join us as well on the HelloLife Network, because we are all connected in this philosophy. The fact that you're on this website means you've got a concern about heart health. So share with us your stories, your knowledge, your questions. It's all there waiting for you on the HelloLife Network right here on HelloLife.net.